kicked in kind of sus, man. I seen 20 seconds, then it jumped to 11 seconds, then boom, we live.
We live, baby. We live.
You live, baby. But okay, let's just do it like we've been doing it. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Ish that we talk. We're doing a Friday night show. Um, I hope that our viewers are aware. I'm sorry we had to, jump a day on y'all, but that's just what works for us, and we're going to continue to move that way. Um, because you don't pay our bills. Uh, let's get into the pleasantries of it. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and am I missing anything else?
Yes, I know you're looking at the house. That YouTube, right?
Did I say YouTube? If I didn't say YouTube, YouTube. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. Again, this is a Friday show. It's kind of special. We're gonna have no special guests, just a bunch of special people. I guess we're gonna call this the sped episode because some of these people dumb as fuck. But let's just make it be what it be. Good evening. Um, and I can talk all that shit and then let it go and be the nigga I am. I am Lily. You know me. Y'all know me. I don't have to explain myself. I am with my co-host, the do all be all. Like I say, every show pushes the bells and the whistles. If it wasn't for her, we would not do this. Everybody give it up for Lindsay.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
And I'm also with the champ of all champs. This is my dog. I'm talking about when she comes in here, it's a brand new feeling. Like, it's always awesome to go one-on-one with Breezy motherfucking Bree.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, guys. Hey.
This is the Ish We Talk. So let's get on the Ish We Talk. Let's get on these topics. It's kind of late when if y'all watching us, we just gonna get it in, grab a beer, grab a smoke. You know what I'm saying? If you snort coke, do that shit too. Ride with us.
No.
Hey, listen, I don't tell nobody what they can and can't do.
Yeah, but no. Please be responsible. You need your nose later.
You ain't gotta go nowhere. Hey, whatever you do to make you feel better. I'm not judging.
Saying whatever your vice is. Yeah. Whatever your vice is. Watching the Ish that we talk, yes.
I have to say this every show. The opinions of me have nothing to do with the Ish We Talk or the co-host. It is strictly just me. So hey, you want to bump a line, my nigga? Bump a line.
Yep,
that's your bag.
Oh goodness. Well, speaking of bumping lines, I guess we can talk about Stacey Dash. Apparently she's bumped a couple. Just one bump. Y'all seen that on TikTok? It's one bump. That was so funny.
Got TikTok.
That bump was so big, it was a damn spoon. Anyway, apparently Stacey Dash is just now receiving the news about the late great DMX, who's been deceased for I think a whole year. Am I correct? Almost a year and a half. Almost a year and a half. So it's some year. That means 12 months and some change.
4-star and 7 years ago.
My country. That's country. That's 12 years and some change. So Stacey was on that end at a point in time, and she's been clean. So maybe her day-to-day ain't I'm gonna let y'all go on with that. I had to pray about what I was gonna say, and I didn't. So y'all go ahead.
Well,
okay, go ahead and pray, Breezy.
I never really thought. Apparently, what happened? Excuse me. Apparently, what happened was that right. What happened was that she I guess was like 6 years sober to that day, 5 or 6 years to that day, and she listens to DMX for inspiration. He does have inspirational songs, and so something told her to Google him, and that's when she found out he died. And so she got on TikTok, made a TikTok crying about him dying. Yeah. Poor Stacey Dash. We're gonna pray she comes back to earth one of these days. It doesn't look good, but you know. Yeah, so what are you guys thinking?
I would just go ahead and say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Stacey Dash has a lot of important things going on. One major important thing that Stacey Dash has going on is not being aware of what the fuck is happening in the world and trying to be white as possible. You know, it's the white in her that makes her say something after a year. All right, let's not pull no punches. This bitch been knowing DMX died. This whole thing is a farce. This bitch knew. This bitch did, she was on that pity pot of somebody pay attention to me because that's what white bitches do, and she wants to be a white bitch. So she got on social media and did this because she don't give a fuck about good attention or bad attention. The bitch just want attention.
Yeah, and that's obvious. That is
you do that shit like, and he was such a cool guy. Bitch, if you knew that nigga was cool, you'd have knew the nigga died. I know a bunch of cool niggas I can hang with, and I knew that it wasn't a year before I found out them niggas died.
Because like the country was
fuck out of here.
You at?
Man, it was.
And you like 7 degrees of separation from DMX. You related to Dame Dash, who was partners with Jay-Z, who was actually happened to, what I'm saying, to be in at one point was in a fucking album war with DMX at a time, because when the only people who were selling records was Hov and X at one point. So you like 7 degrees of separation from this shit. You would have known when one of them niggas died. Fuck out of here. This white shit, I just don't understand it. Like, we get it. You know what I'm saying? You try to get away from the ratchetness of black folks, but at the same time, you don't have to embrace the buffoonery of what the nigga from the mountains of Caucasus do, to try to insert themselves into something that happened a year ago, nigga.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say. Long live Stacey Dash, stupid, cute ass. Cause she cute. Don't get me wrong, she cute. She showed that nose job off like a motherfucker.
And that bleached skin.
Yeah. But bitch, I still remember you from Clueless, so don't get it fucked up. You're just a dumb nigga back then.
Hey, don't talk about her when she was being Dion. We gonna let her slide. We gonna let that one slide. We gonna talk about this new and improved Stacey Dash, but Dion, we gonna let her rest.
Yeah, Dion.
Hello. I love that movie. I love Clueless.
Yeah. I don't know nobody that don't like Clueless.
And she's in comparison.
I get it. I understand. I like Clueless, but I don't like Clueless for Stacey Dash.
Well, she is Clueless apparently because she didn't know DMX died, so she played that role.
She played
to the T. She spoke it into existence. It manifested into her later years.
Right.
But that woman was on drugs. You know what I'm saying? She knew, unless she's still on them. But I know she knew because, like I said, my grandmother knew DMX died, and she's pretty old.
Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I just, she needed some attention. She just did College Hill, so.
I don't know.
No, that like.
I wonder where Dame is. Can he put a little bug in our ear? Or?
I don't know.
Nah, he ain't fucking with that culture vulture.
Yeah. I don't think they can.
They not friends. They cousins though, or something.
Yeah, they cousins, but
they cousins.
Especially after all this shit that she's been doing over the past years, they not cool.
They not cool. Yeah, well, I can see that.
Yeah, he's
all right. Well, she'll be all right.
Yeah. Right.
I wish I lived in her world because apparently it's.
Yeah, I don't think she's sober. I think she has some very good drugs. So moving on. Next up is the VIP packages at concerts now. So
shout out to Chris Brown.
Right. Chris Brown started the wave of doing a lot, pretty much giving your money's worth, giving you a once in a lifetime experience at your VIP packages at concert. As we've shown on this show that he's shown, or we've shown photos on the show of him, doing these photos with his fans that are awesome.
That is wonderful. They really make my day. He still be doing them.
Still doing
them. And they still make my day.
Yeah, they're really good photos. And so with him starting the trend, and they were $1,000 that he was charging for these meet and greets. So with him starting the trend, Megan Thee Stallion on her tour, she was charging $1,500, and she was doing similar photos. They weren't as like touchy, but they were similar, and people were paying for them as well. So we all know that the Millennial Tour is getting revved up again for their third year, and Bow Wow is the headliner of the tour, and so he's charging $1,000 for his VIP, and in his VIP, there's a lot that he's giving. It's a diamond package. Excuse me, and it's only going to be 10 people or 10 fans that in each city that are going to be able to purchase this. And what he's giving is the ultimate hang with Bow Wow, a 30 to 45 minute personal hang and tour conducted by Bow. Only 10 fans in each city will get a behind the scenes look at backstage areas, lounge, tour bus, and more. Personal meet and greet photo with Bow Wow. Attend Bow Wow's pre-show VIP lounge party. Digital download of your meet and greet with Bow Wow. Souvenir VIP lanyard and laminate. Commemorative VIP hoodie. Exclusive drawstring bag. Access to early merchandise shopping with special item available for sale only to VIP guests. So the internet came down on him for this, and then he came out. He gave a couple of statements. Your boy Seven says, "What's good, y'all? Greetings from the DR." Yeah, he's in the DR celebrating his 1 year wedding anniversary. So congrats to him.
Congrats to Black Love, my king and queen.
Yeah. So he also says, "LOL, everybody that wanted to hang out with him already did it." True. I agree with that. So
for me,
yeah. For me personally, I think it's about 10, maybe 15 years too late for him to do this exclusive package. What are y'all thoughts on it?
I feel like Bow Wow blew it. um it felt like somebody said like with his meet and greet you get a hot dog. I don't know if that was on a meme, but I swear it seemed like it was like you get a hot dog and some chips and a Capri Sun. It was a meme. He blew it with that one. So I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, Lindsay, 10 to 15 years too late, Bow Wow. That's unacceptable. 500, even though you got the price to, I think it's what, 500?
No, his is 1,000. His diamond package is 1,000.
Nope, he blew it. He cannot. $200 is your max, and it better come with that hot dog and chips.
Hey.
And I don't think too many people are gonna pay to see that. So just perform, and I mean, maybe you could sneak in one of Chris Brown's pictures if y'all cool, and you might get a little something on the back end. But Chris might, I'll give you $20 a picture, nigga, since you here. You know what I mean? Y'all take 20 pictures, $20 a picture. That's some money. That's a come up. But as far as anything else alone, sir, no. I'm done.
Only way I can see anybody paying $1,000 to see Bow Wow now, and this is no disrespect to Bow Wow. You know, Bow Wow, he has done a lot in the young hip hop community, but the only way I can see you getting $1,000 is if you can prove one that you and Lil Mama ain't the same person, and she's at the meet and greet, and you address this bussy shit, because my nigga Orlando Brown said you got some good pussy, my nigga. And so he's like, the only way I can see a nigga paying $1,000 is if we see you slap the shit out of this nigga Orlando for telling everybody you had good pussy. I'll pay $1,000 for that.
No, because Orlando Brown
gonna slap the shit out that boy.
Orlando Brown gonna turn into Psycho Michael and bite that nigga's whole head off. Like he is not gonna go.
Orlando Brown gonna beat the dog shit out of Bow Wow. Y'all got Orlando Brown fucked up.
Crazy niggas that I'm gonna see later on the internet. Bow Wow just blew it. That's it.
The shit that nigga say with no remorse, you know that nigga got way more than 4 punches. See, niggas that don't really fight, they only got 4 punches. Trust me. After, because they swing it hard, and once that 4th punch go and it don't connect, them niggas tired, and you get to whoop their ass. This nigga Orlando talks so much shit, you know he got way more than 4 punches.
Oh, absolutely. He gonna kick into that cold head strength, and it's over for Bow Wow.
I told y'all he gonna turn into Psycho Michael. This nigga mouth probably gonna expand down to his kneecaps and bite this nigga's head off. Like he gonna have some type of shit we ain't never seen. Some crazy shit. Being hit this nigga with a beret of punches. Blah! They look like a chop, but they fit.
And I would gladly pay $1,000 for that. I'm not paying $1,000 to see Bow Wow come and take a picture and serve me a glizzy and give me a sweatshirt. I'm not doing that. First of all, nigga, I still need you to explain why you are a grown man that has a Gerber face and still has a 15-year-old body. That shit is weird as hell.
Nah, he got that grown man weight. He look 30 in the body now.
Yeah, he do.
He ain't little no more, nigga.
Yeah.
He look his age.
Your boy 7 says, homie hurting and don't want to work because he got no skills other than being hopping, short, and petty and pretty. Or being young, short, and pretty.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just not doing it. And see, the meme I seen, the reason why I still think it says something about getting a hot dog because it had it like mixed in with some real shit. Like you're gonna get a t-shirt, a cup, a hot dog, a plate, like a barbecue hot dog.
I read the
I
real one. No, it don't have no.
I could have swore I seen that in there. But anyway, I don't know about Meg either. Only person, I'm not trying to be funny. If I had to spend $1,000 and I had it to spend, it would not be on Meg either. Like,
It don't Meg either.
I think the winner is Chris Brown.
Meg charging 15.
Right.
Meg charging 15 because she know them men's is gonna want to take them pictures, and them other kind of men's. I don't know what to call them, is gonna want to take pictures with her too. But
it's just them other type of men, because ain't no like. Listen, like, I don't think it's gonna be some men that pay for it, but it ain't gonna be a lot of men that pay for it. It's gonna be some mans that pay for it, but it ain't gonna be a lot of men that pay for it.
So the question is, who would you pay that much money to do a meet and greet with?
Well, they deceased.
Dead or alive, who would you pay that much money for?
Michael Jackson. Whitney Houston.
Prince.
Shit. Prince. I probably would pay to see with Chris Brown. I don't feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce would do that, so I'm not gonna even say them because I just don't. It'll be a security issue. Somebody wouldn't follow the rules. So yeah.
Yeah.
I pay a rack for Kanye.
Kanye. Okay. Yeah, all those.
I pay $500 for 2 Chainz.
For 2 chains. Okay. Yeah, all those are good ones. All those are good ones. Of course, I'll pay for Bone, but and I'll pay for Nipsey. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely pay for Nipsey. Shit, I'll pay $1,000 to MJG and A-Ball. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because that's gonna be a hard picture. My motherfucking mama gonna love that picture.
Yeah. Should UGK for real. That'd be a good one too.
Yeah. UGK.
Outkast. I would definitely pay that for Outkast.
Definitely pay $1,000 for Outkast.
Yeah.
And that nigga he can't come in regular like he been coming. I'm gonna be like, nah, put that gray rig on and take your goddamn shirt off, nigga. I want the real Andre 3000.
Right. I want the blonde wig. I want the padding, the football padding. I want all that.
I want all that. At the same time I say I want all that, I still want Big Boy to be Grandpa Big Boy. I fucking love Grandpa Big Boy. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah. I would take Braids Big Boy. Braids Big Boy went hard in the paint.
Brave Big Boy would be hard.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's the VIP prices. And I mean, these new age fans, they be getting to the money. Like I've never bought a meet and greet. So I don't know where they getting this money from, but kudos to them for having it. But
what it is so much money in abundance now. The niggas don't know how to save it, they know how to spend it.
They sure do. And don't have a problem with it at all. Because them pictures are in abundance with them.
A motherfucker will gladly go home and go to their mama's basement and sleep on a futon just to tell you that they spent $1,000 on their sneakers, $400 on their jeans, $500 for their shirt, and $1,500 to see Meg Thee Stallion. And these motherfuckers is driving a 1992 Honda Excel.
That's tough.
That is tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
Their priorities is not in order. But that's the truth. It's
I'm
real.
telling you.
That's just like when, like they said, people will spend $30,000 on a wedding and still be leasing cars and renting a house. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know a motherfucker
So,
that went that did a wedding out of town. Well, not out overseas, and came home and moved in with his bitch on Section 8. Real life.
shut the front door and lock it.
I said, damn.
help us, Lord.
Yeah. Right. It ain't never that deep.
Nah,
It
that's
ain't never just to say, because
You spent some
ain't gonna
racks.
get people
You
over there
spent
and watch it.
$16 rent.
huh?
You are not, but you're not gonna get that many people to go over there to your wedding to watch you.
Exactly. Maybe that's why they did it. They didn't want nobody there. That's the only thing I could think of.
But
I mean,
Yeah, it was like 8 people there.
I personally would have tried to do something different with my living situation, but
yeah. But my point is just like how Kanye say, I spent her $400 on this just to say, nigga, you ain't up on this. They did that just for that. You know what I'm saying?
Sound like my chair trying to break.
All right. So next up, Jesus, Lord help us, Lord. Okay, so next up is we have been waiting 14 years just for a moment like this, just for it to be a complete flop. So Miss Sheree Whitfield, who is of Real Housewives of Atlanta fame, she is from season 1. She left after season 4. I don't want to say came back season 8. Left after season 10, and now she's back again on season 14. They just had the finale this past weekend. Anybody that knows anything about Sheree knows that she has been trying to get this clothing line off the ground. The clothing line is She by Sheree.
I'm sorry.
So with She by Sheree, she had her 3rd fashion show finale this past and the fashion show was amazing. She had fashions. However, she did have a website for you to go purchase said fashions. The website, because everybody has been anticipating, been wanting her to win, been wanting She by Sheree this whole time. The website crashed. So it was down for over a day. It came back up. But before it came back up, they did people were able to go onto the website before it crashed, and they took screenshots of some of the fashions. Because they had seen the fashions. They called deja vu. So while the website was down, people started talking about it online, about how they had seen the fashions before and the price point for said fashion. The price point was astronomical. Also,
that was a good word.
and an outfit, because the line is athleisure. So one of the outfits that she had, you can get on a lower quality, not necessarily quality, but a lower price point website like Shein or AliExpress and Amazon as well. So a lot of people was coming down on her for that. Like basically all you did was just order from them and then slap your logo on it. So when the website came back up, I was able to get on, and the outfit that had been circling around that she had gotten from those other websites wasn't on the website anymore. So yeah, but other things were available. One thing that I wanted in particular was a hoodie. I saw her wear the hoodie throughout the season. It was really cute. Wanted it, right? The hoodie was $262. So I had to go ahead and pass because she's more than Ivy Park. Like a hoodie with Ivy Park is $100. I'm not about to pay more than that for a hoodie. I'm cool. Um, so people caught word that the website was back up, and then next thing you know, now you can't get on the website at all. Like the website is completely down.
Yep.
Like if you're the owner of the website, you have to log in now. Like it's crazy. So this can I see? Can I see the screen?
Yeah.
It's coming in.
Okay, so this is the outfit that's been circling around. The one on the right is the Sheen outfit, which you can get each piece for like $7 on Sheen. The one on the left is She by Sheree, and as you can see at the bottom, it's $130. No, ma'am. So if you go onto the website now, this is what you're getting. Where you got to enter in a password if you're the owner of the website. So yeah, it turned into a huge fail for her, unfortunately, and that's what makes it so bad because after 14 years, we all was rooting for her. We all wanted to purchase something, but the price point was ridiculous, and the website is not together. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this?
She tried it. She basically got some stuff off Shein, however you say it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we looking at it. Her prices, I was not interested in going to the website to look up any of this shit. So once it got out though that her prices were astronomical, as Lindsay said, because I couldn't believe it. I wasn't shocked though. This is Sheree. This is how she is. This is everything that's taking place is not shocking me. This shit's supposed to have came out. I think my son's 15. Wasn't this coming out 14 years ago? Ain't that what the Who Gonna Check Me Boo was about?
No, who gonna check me? Boo was about something else. No, She by Sheree was supposed to come out season 1. Season 1 premiered in 2008. So
yes, he was 1 year old.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock her. I'm glad it came out like everybody said. I like Sheree. She is one of the OGs on the Housewives. Whatever, you know what I mean. I think she looks great for her age.
She's aging backwards.
Yeah, she looks awesome. She don't. No, Sheree, I'm gonna have to hit you with the womp 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 womp.
Right.
I wish I had that sound on The Price is Right. We need Bob Barker. Oh no.
But right.
Sheree, please. Like now you got fashions that cost more than the real shit.
Right.
I didn't know Beyonce. You didn't outdid Beyonce.
Right.
And then your stuff low key kind of look like skims. Like it's not, I don't know. I'm not gonna knock Sheree. I'm glad she put her shit out.
Yeah, but shit. I mean, I think this is worse.
Yeah, I mean,
because we can't even purchase the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely gonna. I think maybe Sheree. Now that I look back on things, maybe she's doing it for a storyline. Because now when they go on the reunion, Andy's definitely gonna be like, and Sheree, the website don't work. So I'm trying to order something.
That's the thing, because they taped the reunion like a couple weeks before the finale. So the website went live at the end of the finale. So she's not going to be held accountable for this.
Well, they need to do an update. Sheree's website never did work. And nobody is in She by Sheree. it's a no.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Lily, as a clothing line owner, what is your thoughts?
Oh man. I have so many. First, I do want to say, I know what it is to see what's trending and then buy it. Almost white label, buy it, put your brand name on it, and sell it. So I get that. That's what everybody does. That's any label from luxury to Target to Walmart to any place you can go. They all do it, including myself.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is why you think that you can come out with the same product as a Sheen or a Fashion Nova they're selling this shit. I've seen people buy $100 worth of Shein and have clothes for days. I have no idea why you would charge that much for so much cheap material. I know for a fact, like I talk to vendors one-on-one. I try to make sure the material is not cheap, and when it is cheap, I sell it as such. I also have to sell my brand, so it ain't gonna be it ain't gonna.
Well, it's
I guess cheap.
it's
I'm getting the echo. Can you hear now?
No.
Okay.
I can. I mean,
You
I
can
don't hear
the
no echo.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, outfit you can get for $14, you'll sell for $138. Like, that's like you said, like astronomical. That doesn't make any sense. That's a $35, $40 special, and that's because it's got your name on it. That's it.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
mean,
play with these people,
it's
especially your
cheap.
fans. Don't play with your fans like that. Your fans ain't got your money, ma.
Right.
She ain't got the money, nigga. Yeah, we gonna keep that shit a buck. She barely making it. That's why that shit $400. Socks $400. Damn scarf $350 and shit. This bitch got mittens on there. That's $200. Come on, man.
Yeah, like she got
just
ass t-shirts for 140 something. It's like, girl, and they look like they ironed on. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like Devin says, nobody has time for that. When wifey said she had a fashion show with no fashion, I was laughing my motherfucking ass off. Yes. So season 1, let's go down the timeline. So season 1, she had her fashion show. Now, a couple of days before the fashion show, she got her samples. The samples were subpar. They look like they did look like trash. I wouldn't have done nothing with them either.
They was horrible. I remember that.
It was bad. So what she did, because she felt like the show must go on, she went on ahead and blew up the sketches and had a party. So the sketches were like blown up and put on easels throughout the party, and she just had a party. So this one guy that was real good friends with Nene, he said he coined the term. Now, who is this person that had a fashion show with no fashion? How dreadful. And this has followed her throughout the 14 years. So I want to say either season 2 or season 3, she was going to do another fashion show. And this was when her line was like supposed to be high-end couture. And she enlisted Dwight to help her. So
I
Dwight
forgot about
helped
that.
her. Yeah, Dwight helped her, and the fashion show was great, but nothing came from it. So then throughout the years or whatever, she was supposed to launch and relaunch, launch and relaunch. And then she changed it to athleisure because she got into fitness real heavy. And everybody has been commenting on how bad her body is. Like she got a badass body. So she changed it to athleisure. She was supposed to have a launch in 2019, never happened. Like pictures came out, all kind of stuff. Like pictures came out. She had she didn't have a storyline after her relationship fell through this year because this was her first year back after a couple years. So when she didn't have a storyline, she went on ahead and relaunched She by Sheree. And that's what the finale was the fashion show. What I think she's doing is putting the cart before the horse. Why are you focused on a fashion show when you ain't got your fashion, you ain't got nothing else together? Because not only were she having issues with the website, but the stuff that we did see on the website wasn't in the fashion show. And then on top of that, they're saying that the what's his name? There was a guy that she was in business with that was like stitching clothes up all the way to like the last minute. And he said that he spent $2,500 of his own money to do stuff all the way to the last minute, and she ain't paid him. So he's not giving away the whatever it is they use to make the he's not giving that to her. So it sounds like at last minute, because she's not paying this man for the whatever that's called, she had to hurry up and just go try to find something online to put on her page. So yeah, so that's the whole thing. I mean she's and then between season 1 and now, this has been a constant thing with her. Like even when she's at the reunions, Andy Cohen brings up, "Are you wearing She by Sheree?" Like he loves saying that name. People have always associated that name with her, to where if she would have got her shit together, she could have been like one of these big powerhouses.
She really could have, because he showed what about it. If it was cute, yeah.
He got the hoodie. He took a picture in the hoodie. He was like, "I got my She by Sheree."
I mean, but if she, he would support that shit. But
yeah,
you don't cry.
I mean, this is a glance or a glimpse into somebody that
he said
doesn't have a plan. Like she had a vision, she don't got a plan.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah,
it's like because when you got a plan, sometimes you just go out there and do it. See, like y'all said, like it would have been different if, when she starts saying she's gonna come out with this line, she would have did that back then. Like get a bunch of Sheen shit and Fashion Over shit, slap her name on it and sell it. This would have made more sense, because then 14 years later it would have been an evolution. Because I know with starting a brand, when we said we was gonna do it, we just went and got a bunch of t-shirts and made it happen.
Yeah.
And we started from there, and then we slowly but surely got into contact with vendors, and we went through Alibaba, we went through WhatsApp. It's a lot of places you can go through.
Yeah.
So
right.
That's just her execution. It was subpar at best, because she only had the vision. Like if she didn't have the plan or the goal, because we still ain't reached our goal. And I'm sure that's with everybody who's trying to start up anything. But you came 14 years later, slap some shit on something, and then expect people to have the same enthusiasm as they did in 2008. Like,
yeah, that she blew it.
And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part because the anticipation of it kept rising. Like we all wanted Sheree to win. We all wanted to see what She by Sheree was gonna hit for because what we have been seeing in these fashion shows, what we have been seeing in these photo shoots have been good. And then we all genuinely like Sheree on the show. So it's like we wanted to see her win. And then this is the crazy part that I don't know if everybody is privy to in regards to Bravo and the Housewives. The thing with Bravo and the Housewives in regards to businesses is that they take like I think like about 10% of whatever profit that your business makes because when what's her name, Bethany Frankel made Skinny Girl Margarita on the show, she became a multi-millionaire. And so Bravo feels like she pretty much used the show for free promotion and they didn't get a cut off of it. So they don't want to make that same mistake again with anybody else. And so with anybody that makes a business and the business is profitable and they make it on the show and promote it on the show and all that kind of stuff, they get a percentage off of that. She by Sheree, had she executed it properly in the beginning, she would have been before they would have made that stipulation in their contracts. Because I believe Skinny Girl came after She by Sheree. So, yeah, so I'm assuming that Bravo is probably going to have to take some money off of the top off whatever she make off of She by Sheree at this point. So that makes matters even worse. You know what I mean? So yeah, but she ain't got her shit together. And then that's the thing because a lot of these housewives do go on the show to promote businesses. They go on there to launch businesses or to promote businesses that they already have. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it's a huge platform. And when I tell you Bethany was the underdog on New York initially. But when she made that Skinny Girl Margarita, she became the top dog on that show. So yeah. Kevin says especially
she blew her shot
and moved like she thought. Exactly. Yep. And then he also said that chick got Kanye prices. Yeah, she do got Kanye prices and the quality ain't there. The quality ain't there.
And she could have had Kanye prices back in the day. Like Kanye was selling shoes for a phenomenal amount of money, not knowing a goddamn thing about nothing. And he was able to get that off and then learn from the process.
Mm-hmm.
And he stuck with his prices high. You know,
yeah.
She could have done that. Like if she would have followed the same format, she could have done that. But you know, Fergie said it best. You know, I'm so 2008, you so 2000 and late.
Yeah. Yeah. So the internet's been on fire this past week because of She by Sheree. And I mean, good, bad, or indifferent, you can't pay for the type of publicity that she's gotten over the years and especially this week with She by Sheree. So I really do hope she gets it together and comes down on that price point. Because she got to come down $160 for me to get that damn hoodie. Because like I said, I'm not going past Ivy Park prices, and Ivy Park sells their hoodies for $100, and I got a couple. So, yeah,
she would sell out if she sold everything for $40.
Hell yeah, absolutely. $40.
If she bought 100 sets of this shit, which is, you know what I'm saying, it's the fashion today, but it is, you know, you can't wash it more than 4 times. But that shit is like $4 to $5 to buy. If she bought 1,000 pieces of that and sold it for 40, she would have made a mint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, she definitely would. Yeah, so it's sad how this is going down, but you know, at the end of the day, I do hope she gets it together. We've been hoping 14 years, so yeah. So moving on. So yeah. Next up, yeah, is Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. So, if you've been living under a rock, basically what's been going on over the past couple of weeks is that Aries Spears um, did an interview where he called, or he said that Lizzo looks like the shit emoji, and the internet went ablaze after that. Cause that was a mean thing to say. So, and she has like diehard fans or whatever. And so, the internet did what the internet does. They started digging up shit and found some disturbing shit that Harry Spears and Tiffany Haddish both did. And it's an ongoing suit, and it's a plea for a criminal investigation as well. Basically, they are being accused of coercion. Is that the word that they're using? I'm not sure if that's the word they're
Is it
using, but
or the word fails me now, but I know what you're saying.
yeah, and molestation of two minors. The two minors were brother and sister. At the time, they were 14 and 7. And the video has been circling around. I refuse to watch it, but I watched a video where they read the court documents, and the court documents do go into detail on what happened in the video. So yeah, I don't need to watch the video. I'm good. Um, but what they did to those children, they did these in the in the name of comedy, and so it was two skits.
Lindsay, stop trying to hold back. Before we continue, stop trying to hold because you holding back. Say what the fuck you want to say.
I'm trying to find.
I get it. I get it. You're the you know what I'm saying. You're the neutral party. You know what I'm saying. Like I get it.
I'm not neutral
on this shit.
This. Yeah, I'm not neutral.
Yeah, be real on this shit because this shit right here.
No, what I'm trying to do is trying to find the right words because YouTube ain't the best when you're blunt, and some words are trigger words to where they'll do stuff to your page. So yeah. So yeah, I watched the video where they were reading the transcript from the court documents, and they need to go to jail basically. What they listen, let's go to the videos. Okay, so the first video that they described in the documents was the video that they did with the 14-year-old. So the 14-year-old was a girl. She's God, they were trying to make her do this video with a Subway sandwich, and somebody was eating on the other side of the Subway sandwich, like Lady and the Tramp, to where they were eating all the way to the point where their lips touched. And then there was another part where Tiffany Haddish was trying to use the sandwich to simulate fellatio and was trying to teach the girl how to give fellatio. So that was the video with the girl. So the video with the boy is the most disturbing one, if one had to be more disturbing than the other. Um, what the boy and the girl were brother and sister. The girl was supposed to be there to watch over her brother, but they separated the boy and the girl. The boy, they had him stripped down to his underwear. They had him do certain things like play with a truck with his legs spread open. They had him simulate jerking off with the toys. They had him take a bath where Aries was like pouring water on his feet, and then Aries was putting baby oil on him, and then they had Aries make him put baby oil on him in the video. And at the end of this video, there was a message saying, watch who you leave your kids with, because the video was called Through the Eyes of a Pedophile. So they lied to the mom. Tiffany knew the kids. Like she was close to the kids. The kids called her auntie. She knew the mom. She was close to the mom. So she was like a family friend. The kids were a part of some workshop thing that kids were a part of that want to be in the industry. And so she approached the kids with, oh, I got these skits that y'all could be a part of. It would be good to have in your reel for stuff like Nickelodeon. So that's how, she got them to believe that they were going to do some lighthearted skits that they could use for Nickelodeon. She ended up picking up the kids. She took the kids to Aries' house where they filmed, and she separated the kids for their skits or whatever. The boy called his mom crying, saying that he didn't want to act no more. With him doing that, the mom was like, let me see what's going on. Let me see the footage. They started giving her the runaround about the footage. They gave her the runaround for several days before they just was like, well, he cried so much through it that we just had to delete the whole thing. Then a couple years later is when she found out that they actually did put out the footage. And so when she found that out, that's when she saw it. That's when she sued, and she got $15,000 out of Aries. She got $15,000 out of Aries, and Tiffany didn't have no parts of the settlement or whatever. So now they've been trying to, I guess, get several lawyers in on this. There's been several lawyers that have dropped the case. So now the girl is 22 years old. She has custody of her brother. Her brother's in like a 14 or 15-year-old now. And she not only is filing suit, but she has put in a criminal complaint. And I believe they live in Vegas. So she put in a criminal complaint. Vegas transferred it to California because that's where the people live, Aries and Tiffany. And so when she's trying to get LA to file criminal charges or whatever, they've been saying that they got other things that are taking precedent over this. So that's the reason why they haven't looked into it, filed charges, went and picked them up, nothing of the sort. So she wrote a letter urging them to file charges against them. So yeah. In the complaint, they both wrote letters, and yeah. The letters are pretty detailed with especially with the brother. He's pretty detailed with his thoughts on it, and the trauma that they're going through therapy and all this kind of stuff. And I just find it utterly disgusting that these people have done these to these kids, and all in the name of comedy. There's nothing funny about what they did. You know, there's nothing funny about what was explained in that document. There's nothing funny about pedophilia. There's nothing funny about none of that shit. And they could have, if they wanted to do a PSA, they could have done a PSA without using actual kids. And I feel like I've never thought Tiffany Haddish was funny. Never found Aries Spears funny. So it's not gonna make me or break me if they are no longer here, and they can be no longer here. They can go to the pits of hell for all I care. Because they're fucking
Not the pits of hell.
they can go to the pits of hell. You know.
That's your strong going with that. They can go to the pits of hell.
Yeah, they can go to the bottom part of hell, where it stems the hottest heat, the hottest fire, where the fire is started. They can go there. Seven said, "You good? Tell the truth. Shame the devil." And he said Pete Davidson makes pedophile jokes. Pete Davidson isn't funny to me either. He's never been funny to me. So, and I just don't feel like pedophilia is something that somebody should be like talking about in a stand-up routine. That, I mean, that is something that is just not funny. Like it's not fucking funny.
Right.
You know. And the way that this society handles this thing, like anybody that knows me, when this subject comes up, I'm always like, I don't necessarily believe in the death penalty because I feel like the death penalty is a cop out. However, I believe in cruel and unusual punishment for pedophiles. Like, I totally believe in that. Like, I want you to beat the shit out of them until they are in an inch of their life, nurse them back to health, and do the shit all over again. Fuck every last child molester out there. They're fucking trifling. They're gross. They're disgusting. They can go to the pits of hell.
Bree, what are your thoughts?
So,
well, I watched the video. I didn't look at the documents. So, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I didn't understand none of it. It seemed like to me that he wanted to do that, so he can't. Like, he was trying to play it off, like in plain sight, like hiding in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was unnecessary. Corporal punishment for them nasty fuckers. I couldn't watch it. I did because I didn't think it was gonna be. I had to watch it because cancel culture is real. We're gonna keep that a buck too. And he did just get through talking about Lizzo.
Facts.
So okay, let me watch it. But no, nigga, you blew it. I don't know if this is the you blew it episode, because that's all I've been saying. Bow Wow blew it. I mean, Stacey Dash, Sheree, and these niggas. So, because I'm not.
You 100% right, Bree. This is the blew it episode.
Because I don't get it. I really do feel sorry for those kids. It's just such a, like in one part of the video, I guess they were saying like the little boy start trying to come on to Aries Spears. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
got so used to it, he started liking it. You know what I mean? So he was kind of being it reversed.
Yeah, that's how it was being explained in the court papers. Because learned behavior.
Yeah, I just don't know. They went about that all the way around. Like, they comedians. He's a comedian. I'm sure she probably, I don't know what TV show she was on, but it was something. I'm sure they could have came up with a better anything than what they did. Because one, I don't understand why that was a pedophilia. Like, I kind of, okay, watch who you got your kids around. I get it. But at the same time, no, that was weird.
Yeah, or they could not have used kids. Like,
yes, they could have used dummies or grown people that looked like kids, like grown ups.
Like, if y'all really wanted to go there, Y'all did not have to use actual kids.
Yeah, because the little boy looked little. If nobody was like, oh, they might be about 15 or 20. No, that he looked 7, however old he was. So I don't know. I could see that traumatizing those kids, and I really hate that happening, because I don't know. And if it wasn't a big deal, Aries Spears wouldn't have paid that $15,000 for it. Talking about it's a shakedown. You know what I mean? It might be a shakedown to you, but in all actuality, I appreciate what Tiffany Haddish did when she basically was like, "This was not funny," and I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, okay.
Tiffany Haddish did, and the reason why is because
I do because she kind of it was. Go ahead.
She's trying to make it seem like, oh, I was just an actor in it. No, bitch, you part of the problem too. You know what I'm saying? And low-key, the camera guys are part of the problem too because you were complacent in the shit. You know what I'm saying? But like Tiffany had these kids' trust. You know what I'm saying? They called her Auntie Tiffany. She had the mother's trust. You know what I'm saying? So for you to take, and then you blatantly lied. You blatantly lied. So you were not just, oh, I'm just an actor in the shit. No, you were part of the problem too. You were part of the problem.
But I didn't.
You was Brazil Maxwell to the Jeffrey Epstein. That's what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. Tiffany can go to hell too. Lily,
I didn't get that from that. I could see that though, what you're saying. I definitely can see her trying to be like, well, I just was acting. But it do seem like she had no choice but to be like, she didn't try to spin it like he did and be like, oh, they're asking me for money. She was just like, yeah, nah, I got it.
Her lawyer already put out a statement trying to spin it. She didn't have to do that. Her lawyer did it. Tiffany's lawyer put out a statement first, trying to spin it, saying that basically it was a shakedown and whatnot. And then she put out her statement, and then Aries came on his podcast talking about the shakedown too. So yeah, they can all go to hell. Lily, what's your thoughts?
Damn, I wasn't finished, but okay, go ahead.
I swear I was just about to say, Bree, finish what you was about to say.
I can't even remember what it was. Go ahead now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I want to do is like if anybody listens to this podcast and that boy, if you get wind of this podcast, listen, I want to tell you off the flip that there's nothing wrong with you, and what they did to you was not right. But at the same time, I say that I will say this: do not let this bother you. Do not let this get to you where it makes you a bitter, because this isn't you. We know this isn't you. We know this was brought up by a sick individual with a sick idea to put you on camera with. And so I want you to really know that none of us judge you. And if you hear anybody saying some weird shit, because I seen what he wrote, if you see anybody saying some weird shit, you should tell them I slapped the dog shit out of you, even at 14, because we understand. I don't give a fuck about the rest of these fuck ass niggas, but we understand. Second thing I want to say is, for both parties in this is sad. Again, these are allegations, so I can't say what you should get. But what I want to say is, for Aries, you a sick goddamn nigga, boy. Like, you fucked up, man. I don't know no way else to say it. You fucked up. At the same time, Miss Haddish, I understand that at that time you were doing a lot because you was trying to break in, but fuck shit when you see it. And we as a people got to stop doing things for $1 because we don't have one. You know, I've seen a lot of us fuck people over, destroy their psyche and their livelihood because of the power of $1. I'm pretty sure she didn't think that much when she went into it, but she knew that this shit was wrong. And she still went on and did it because she can say whatever she wants. Her lawyer can say whatever he wants. I seen the video myself. You were there. You seen this. And if you thought it wasn't funny then and there, you should have said, hey, man, let's stop this shit because it ain't fucking funny. Hey, don't get me wrong. You know the comedian that can make a pedophilia joke? The motherfucker that's been molested. Like, let's just keep it 100. That motherfucker can tell a joke about because they lived it, they understand.
Yeah, right. When they tell their joke, when they tell their joke, it's usually them joking about their own experience, not about it being funny.
You can't exactly. You can't make a funny scenario about that, including children. That's a triggering effect. It's like you said. It'd be one thing if they was like, okay, Tiffany played a 14-year-old girl, or Tiffany played a little boy. Like that's a whole different scenario. And that's a whole different range of quote unquote dark comedy, like she put it, because it's two consenting adults making this non-funny shit.
Yeah.
It's not a 7-year-old. He had that 7-year-old damn near twerking, man. I seen that shit. I said, man, that's some bullshit. I would have beat the shit out of everybody if I seen that.
Yeah.
But I move on. What I do want to see is some justice for that little boy from the video I seen, and then from the video I heard about from the little girl. I would like to see justice for that. I would also like to see the people from Funny or Die to get charged too. Because we can talk about Aries Spears and we can talk about Tiffany Haddish, but they put that shit out.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Funny or Die is, okay, because the video was made in 2013. The video was put on Aries' website. Somebody uploaded it to Funny or Die. I'm not sure who did it, but somebody did. And so the way I'm assuming the way that Funny or Die is, they not only make skits, but they allow people to upload their own content. And so when that content was uploaded, it was up there until Funny or Die got word about it. And so when they viewed it, they took it down immediately. So they also made a statement and pretty much explained how Funny or Die works and how they had no affiliation. They did not put no money up for them to make it or anything like that. They did not know it was up until they knew it was up. And they took it down. Then
you should have better people watching your fucking website. If this is your pay, this is where you get paid. You should have better people watching. Cause shit, Facebook went through the same shit, and Facebook got hit for that shit. Instagram did the same shit. They got hit for that shit. Yeah, it don't matter. Like, have better people watching.
Right.
That's some bullshit. Right. You put that little boy up there like that, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like so, we gonna hold everybody accountable for this. To me.
Yeah, yeah. Because I just like it was just something I did not need to watch. It's triggering, and then it's like borderline child porn. Like I'm cool. I don't need none. I don't need none of that shit. I don't need to have the visual of that shit. It was bad enough that I listened to the girl read the documents from the complaint. Like the complaint went into detail. You know, from the beginning to end, how they got put in that position, the position, and what happened in the aftermath of that position. They all need to go to hell. Period. Everybody involved.
Again,
it's like that. Fuck that.
These are allegations again. But the thing I'm gonna say is, what rang true to me, because I know people that's been touched. young or verbally molested young, and I know what type of psyche that brings on people. Because at first I was like, maybe it is extortion, because all that shit came up about the $15,000 payout, and I'm like, maybe it is them just trying to push. But when I listened to what that girl said, I know people that went through that. When she said she gained weight and she never had a boyfriend and she hated to be around people because it brought that shit back on, and she had trust issues. I actually seen that a couple of times, so I know it's real.
Yeah, that's real. And that's what I tell people about that. Those victims have a life sentence. And it's not fair that in American society, a fucking pedophile only gets a couple of years and then they get out and have to put their name on a list that's not even like checked up on for real. It's not even updated for real. So they basically can go on with their life, but the person that you did this to has a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? They fucking have a life sentence, and that shit ain't fair. That shit ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? They go, and then like you go about life thinking that, what, especially like depending on how young you are, you go about life thinking that the shit might be something that happens because you're entrusting in whoever did this to you. You know what I'm saying? Then when you realize that it's not okay, then that's a whole mind fuck right there. You know what I'm saying? Like those people don't have a shot at having a normal relationship. You know what I mean? That shit is not cool. That shit is not cool. And people only get a couple years for fucking up a kid for life. That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool. And it was sad. It was sad to read, especially with that little boy, because the little boy is like, I don't have no friends. I don't like to take pictures. I have to put stuff over cameras because I think they're gonna take advantage of me. He was saying like they was putting their gay stuff on me, and they're gay, I'm not gay, and like he is really fucked up. Just by the letter that he wrote alone, you could tell he's really fucked up. Like it's horrible. It's horrible. And but then one of the people that did this to you get to be an A-list celebrity, and you got to see her all the time. And then not to mention that this bitch is working on TV with kids. Like, what are we doing here? The bitch won an Emmy for being on that show. The fuck are we doing?
This shit's definitely different.
It cannot go on.
My thing is, I really do. I really believe that because they've been trying to do this. Like this ain't. They trying to make it seem like this is something new. This ain't nothing new for real. They've been going through this shit for a minute. To me, it's like I tell people all the time, and it might be me going off course because we always take lefts, but when Aries went out to Lizzo, that sparked some shit in her fandom base that pushed this shit through. Like, you go out to Lizzo, even though Lizzo is not a part of that community, she represents that community well. And one thing you can't do is piss them off.
Yeah.
They will find some shit. They will find out you ate boogers in the 5th grade, my nigga.
It's a wrap.
Like, this is what I don't understand. It's like, and I'm not knocking them. What I'm saying is, motherfuckers got to understand the position they in and the position that the people that they go after in. Because it's been going on for years and we never knew about it until this nigga said something about Lizzo. Now all of a sudden we see some, because I've never seen this Funny or Not shit.
Me either.
But now we find out that this nigga been on some freaky Jason shit since fucking 2014. Like we can have our accusations and we can say what we want. It should be no way for a straight heterosexual male to try to make pedophilia a joke by putting a child in the skit.
Yeah.
That period dot. I don't give a fuck how you slice that shit.
Right.
You can make pedophilia a joke because plenty of people have, but you don't do it with a baby because that's triggering.
Yeah. Right. And even with the pedophilia jokes, I don't find them funny at all. The only time that I've heard a pedophilia joke that was funny was I forgot his name, but I think he was I think the way he set it up was that he was talking about R. Kelly, and then he said, okay, so this is my pedophilia joke. So of course, him saying that makes people laugh. So then he says that there's basically there's levels to it, and it has different names. And so he explained the different age brackets for each name. He was like, so pedophilia is a certain age range. And so he said, but you can't explain that to somebody without sounding like a pedophile. And then he was like, and that's my pedophilia joke. Now that was funny. You know what I'm saying? Because he's right. You cannot explain that without sounding like a pedophile. You know, so, but outside of even Chris Rock had a pedophilia joke in Bigger and Blacker. To me, Chris Rock goes one joke too far. And that was his one joke too far for me. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell by the way the crowd reacted, that was one joke too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, people have made jokes about it that are not necessarily talking about themselves, but it just ain't funny to me. I would rather you just leave that subject alone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that's my thoughts.
I get it. I get it, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking you for that. I'm just saying I know it does happen. I'm saying the way about that shit made it look like it wasn't a joke. It was for real. Like, and like you said earlier, if you're gonna do a PSA about it, you don't make it a joke. You make it seem like this, like for real. Watch who you bring your kids around.
Right. And
you know?
There's a guy,
but you don't, and at the same time, I'm saying that you don't put the little boy in a tub. You don't put the little boy in his drawers. You know,
right.
It's just ways to do things. Like at the end of the day, we all agreed that it wasn't funny. All of a sudden now Tiffany is thinking it's not funny. It was funny when she was doing it because you wouldn't have did it.
Right. Exactly.
That's just my opinion. You know, exactly. I could be wrong, but my opinion is if a nigga tell me to let's do a skit and I'm going through the skit and it ain't funny, we got to stop doing this fucking skit.
Yeah, and we got to figure out a way to make it funny or not do it at all.
Yeah.
But there's a guy that's pretty YouTube, Instagram famous. His name is Corporate with a K. He makes skits. He's out of Chicago. A lot of his skits are like are called In Chirac or something like that, something to that effect. He made a skit that I saw a long time ago, and a majority of his skits are humorous. Or humorous in nature, at least. There was a skit I saw of his a long time ago that dealt with this, and he used a kid. Now, what he did was he was the dad, and the skit was he was making his kid some food, and his daughter kept saying, I don't like hot dogs. And he's like, well, all of a sudden you don't like hot dogs? Like it was weird for him because she always liked hot dogs. So then he had to go do something, whatever. So he dropped his kid off to his uncle. So then he picked up the kid and he said something about hot dogs or whatever. Then the girl started flipping out. But he was riding home with her one time and he was eating a hot dog and she was like, Daddy, I want it. So he was like, okay, this is weird because this is a hot dog. You say you don't like hot dogs. You actually ran away crying about hot dogs, but you want this. This is a hot dog. So he put two and two together. His uncle did something to his daughter. He went over to the uncle house and wore that uncle out. And at the end was watch who you have your kids around. The skit wasn't funny. The skit was basically a PSA, and the little girl wasn't traumatized in the process. That's how you execute a fucking skit if you want it to be a PSA about pedophilia. And I'm just like I don't understand why people are not getting that you cannot fuck with kids' psyche in the process of that if you want to put out a
see that's the thing. Like what you just ran down was a PSA. At the end of the day, they keep on trying to work this shit like it was funny. Like nobody's finding it funny.
Yeah.
They're trying to work it like it was a sketch. This shit is
right. And they put at the end the whole watch who you leave your kids behind. So to try to cover it as a PSA, like a funny PSA, but PSAs aren't really funny. And people will understand what you're trying to get at. Like that just sounded like it was some fucking weird porn. So yeah.
I'm saying even 2014, even the jokes back then, like I don't think jokes was really on that level of dark. Like we had, but dark humor was popping around 2012 to 2019. But
yeah,
that ain't it.
No, that wasn't it at all. That wasn't it at all. Yeah. So,
Bray, I'm sorry. You've been quiet. What do you have anything to say about this? Fucking stupid, fuckery.
Your dad is the nicest, most positive person I know, and he always
Uh-uh.
fun in life, and he is still really
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, no, I don't. It's unfortunate that they did that because I wasn't necessarily a super huge fan of neither one of them. Like, oh, Tiffany Haddish on TV. No, it was a point she was getting on my nerves. And he just never really got up there. He was funny, but he's never really. But he's always kind of been on bullshit and been one of them comedians that take jokes and say shit a little too far about things. But this one was just overkill. And, we'll see what happened with their career. Because Tiffany, bitch, you got a lot of explaining to do. Kids is off limits. And he wasn't never really popping no way, but you about to lose some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First needs to be that damn show on CBS.
That Beyonce, you can't hang with her at all. Like that's all that's over with. You was in this damn Diddy video. He's gonna cut you out. Like all that's over with now. I hate.
Yeah, she didn't fuck with the church's money.
Yeah, she played herself. She put herself in the trick bag. Anyway, what else is up?
Yeah.
Yes.
So moving on.
For real. And that, ending on this. This is the thing about Hollywood, man. It's so crazy. We really got to start taking heed of when these motherfuckers tell you before you get out here, really know yourself. Because if you don't, you liable to be in a trick bag like this. This is a fucking trick bag. Like, all right, me just being 100. From what it is, this is Aries' idea. Aries a fucking weird nigga, and he's fucked up for even having these type of weird ass ideas. Tiffany, you still accountable, but you still a part of you. You got to know yourself, because deep down you got to know you was fucked up back then. Because if you saying a statement like that now to save ass, you knew you should have saved ass a long time ago. You should have went there with them people, kid, and you better be glad she was dealing with a mama who was hysterical and really didn't know what to do. Because if one of my nieces would have came home and said some shit like that, my sister would have stumped 10 mud holes and you, your mama, and that white dude you was married to that you don't want to tell nobody about.
Yeah. Yeah. She definitely would have. So yeah, it wouldn't have never been a Tiffany Haddish because Tiffany would have been dead. So
exactly.
But yeah, so we're gonna move on. If there's more developments, of course, we'll discuss it. But yeah, we're gonna move on. So next up, Queen Elizabeth II from Great Britain passed away yesterday. Yeah. So a lot she passed away. We in America we don't really too much care about the royals. It's not that big of a deal to us. On top of the fact of what that represents, what they have done to countries and whatnot. So we don't care.
Like all the Jamaica, Belize, the Bahamas, all of that just got from up underneath their regime this year. So
no, Jamaica celebrated 60 years of being free.
No, they just I had to send you this thing. She just got them this year. I had to send it to you because I was
They just had a celebration.
I'm about to send it to you. You'll see what I'm talking about.
So
it's probably one of the things that, you know what I'm saying, they've been celebrating their liberation, but that backup is a motherfucker. Because a nigga could celebrate being free from the feds, but he still got 9 years backup.
It's a Queen of the United Kingdom and her Commonwealth realms, Jamaica, 1962 to 2022.
Yeah, that's 60 years.
Right. Didn't she just let them go this year?
Oh, 1962 is when she let them go. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Years this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So all of these is the ones that she let go. So what do she still got? Nothing.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Never mind. I see him. Never mind. Yeah. This bitch. Ooh.
So anyway.
Nah. Go ahead and say that shit. I mean, we ain't holding nothing back from that whole colonizing regime. Like, fuck that shit.
I have a list, so we'll get to the list in a second.
I see it. I had it wrong. My bad. Sorry, viewers.
Yeah. So
we ain't about to pull no punches on that. Before we even get started, I'm gonna say this. Listen, this bitch been old since I was fucking in the third goddamn grade. I used to think this bitch was a vampire or immortal or something. It's no way this bitch is only 92 or 90, whatever the fuck.
Six.
Bitch was already 80 when I was in the third grade. Like, fuck all this shit. Let's not act like that. Motherfuckers talking that bullshit about, it's like it's a sad day. Ain't no motherfucking sad day. It's so crazy. Real shit. I heard a nigga say, I heard that the Queen died on the BBC, and I fucking died laughing hysterically because I totally went left with it because I don't give a fuck.
I don't get it either. Oh my God, I got it now. I just got
you do. I was about to say you do. You get it.
It's nasty, Lindsay.
Yes.
Because I seen that meme.
Think about the shit. Think about what the fuck I just said.
The only reason why I got it, and I'm not trying to be funny, is because you said it. I had to think about it. Like, because whenever I'm like, the BBC is a channel. Right. Ain't that a channel?
It is. It's a channel. I swear. I change bitches' channels every time with it.
And ain't they from the UK? The BBC? Lord,
Yes.
the channel.
Yes.
I'm done.
I
I'm not saying
hysterically
no more.
laughed. I died laughing.
I looked at that and I was like, maybe I'm old because I did not get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't get it.
I fucking lost my fucking mind. I put it on my Twitter. That's how fucking funny it was.
I did not get that either till today because I seen it and was just like, But BBC is an English channel. I remember watching it.
Right. And I was like, they would say it on the BBC.
That's why I didn't get it. I'm like, well, maybe.
This how much I don't give a fuck about the Queen. I heard the Queen dies on BBC, and I fucking died laughing.
I'm not gonna rejoice that no one passed, because I'm not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole bunch of street niggas.
Not, but I thought that was funny.
That I could have rejoiced, and I'm not. But at the same time, you know what I mean? I'm not sad to hear about her passing, but it's just like, okay, she died. She was old.
Yeah. I saw one that said Queen Elizabeth 1753 to 2022.
Exactly.
She was old. I do remember her being old as shit when I was little. So
my whole life, this bitch been 90 years old. Like, let's keep this
like
real.
She spun the block a couple of times on some ages now. Like she might have been 78.
The great Queen Elizabeth. The great Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, her
Betty
husband.
White age.
Her husband looked like that man on Poltergeist, King Charles. Yeah. He looked like all is welcome. What's his name? The Reverend that was scary that wore the hat. Y'all didn't see Poltergeist.
Yeah.
The husband did look like that man. All is well.
You remember when one of them stints he did in the hospital, and when he came home, how he was looking in the back of that car? He looked like yeah.
And that's why I was like, they giving him
like, why am I still here?
They give it. They was
whatever
giving him
whatever fucking super serum they was giving him. That nigga was like, why the fuck did y'all put this shit back in my fucking body?
Right, he was ready. He was ready.
That nigga, he been ready to die ever since 1927.
He was ready. He was ready. He was in the back of that car like, they didn't pump me with this shit. I done told her I died this time. Leave me dead.
Right. I thought I had
that nigga looked like. and you know, no disrespect. You know, the king looked like every nigga that went to jail and realized they left their stash and they at they baby mama house that they really don't trust.
He told him, I'm dying.
That nigga in the back of the paddy wagon? He's sitting there with his eyes open like shit.
He didn't told her, look, bitch, you getting on my nerves. This Thursday, I'm pretty sure I'll be dead. She revived
that
him
nigga
out of
know
spite.
he ain't getting bonded out. He looked like the nigga that know he ain't getting bonded out.
The queen revived that nigga out of spite. He was in the back of that car like, this bitch, I said no.
This sorry ass bitch.
How funny is that they lost my DNR? They got everything else, but they lost my DNR. What happened?
He woke up like, look, he woke up in the back of the car like, shit, where we going? Home. This bitch.
That nigga look, you know, he gave you that look. You know that nigga to be like, nah, I swear to God, call Reggie. Reggie know. Then that nigga Reggie don't pick up. That's what this nigga looked like. He was like, oh shit, how am I gonna explain this?
Man.
Like yeah. Either way,
terrible.
I'm glad the super soldier serum is not continually working for the beginning of colonization.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was probably drinking the blood of slaves, so that's the reason why she's been here so damn long.
I'm telling you, embryos. But you know, she did pass. She did pass. Lord help us, Lord. And it's a nightmare. It's some people that's genuinely upset.
Yeah. Black people too. Like the black English people, they're upset too. But you know, Black Twitter is going to Black Twitter. And Irish Twitter got in on it too.
Yeah.
Because they really hate
Irish Twitter went hard in the paint. They went waka flocka on her ass.
Yeah, they did.
Well, you know, they keep it 100. The Irish is the niggas of the white folks. So I'm not surprised. I am greatly appreciative of them niggas saying, man, hey man, fuck that bitch. Yeah. And I hate to say it for somebody that passed, but
well, you know,
for the regime you held up. Yeah.
Let's get into these memes.
All right, so I have a lot of memes because they were just so good.
Man, hilarious.
Yeah. So this is Prince Charles tonight. That shit was funny because we know he's the king now. So
yeah, he been waiting on that bitch to die forever. I gotta stop calling her a bitch. I'm sorry.
This is the queen when she sees Princess Diana. Let's see. I told my mama the queen died. She talking about Latifah, girl. Oh yeah, Princess Diana in heaven right now. Oh man. Can somebody let Stacey know? Right. We don't need a DMX repeat.
Stacey, no. She stay up on white politics.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so Princess Diana and the Queen meeting in the afterlife. Come here, bitch.
Well, you got a lot of explaining to do to Diana.
Man.
Ah, man.
21 to declare he's the new king of England.
Do you know how funny that'll be? 21.
Me. Meghan Markle coming down the funeral procession. Oh.
Get it.
They have second line, I'm going to die.
Ah, man, if they have a second line, somebody gonna revive her out of spite.
Right. It's like Queen Elizabeth when she hears Archie playing Afro beats at her funeral.
This woman gonna be out of the ground, y'all. She died yesterday. It's gonna take them about 2 weeks to bury her. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, right. And I heard she planned out her whole thing. It's like 10 days worth.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, because she's a queen, man. She want to get paraded around like somebody actually loved her. And there's some motherfuckers that love it.
It is some people that genuinely, that's not just white, that really loved her. Like I had, as funny as it is, my grandparents, they are deceased, great grandparents being deceased. If they'd have been alive when she died, they would be feeling some type of way. They like them. I don't know why. I guess because they was all old together. I don't know, but they did.
All right, here goes.
Don't make no sense. Your great grandparents died, and they was the same age as Queen Elizabeth at the time.
Right.
Shut up, Lily. I told you she be eating embryos.
This fucking immortal ass bitch. I mean, like, come on, this bitch should have died a long time. I'm gonna keep it 100. Remember the movie Naked Gun 33 and a third. White dude, classic. Fucking. Leslie she was old Nielsen. In that fucking movie. Liam Neeson. Yeah. She was old in that movie when he had her. When he fake tackled this bitch. This bitch was fucking 87 then.
She have been old.
30 years old.
She
been Betty White age ever since I can remember who the queen is.
She have been old.
Oh, I got a meme for that too. Okay, so let's go through these second batch of memes. All right, so Queen Elizabeth held on long enough to see She by Sheree, but once she saw those
Yep.
She by Sheree and killed the queen. Lord.
That vampire bitch is like, you know what? I'm not gonna stand for this shit for another 1,000 years. I'm gonna just go ahead and peace out.
She looked at that like 260. Well,
you know, and it's 260 to us. To her, it was like 98 pounds. She was like 98 pounds.
Nah, look, 1,200 pounds. 1,200 pounds. I ain't got it. Your Majesty, just flatline.
She ripped all that shit out of her IV. She said, you know what? Fuck this shit.
She said that
78 pounds, bitch. You want 78 pounds for this?
We live in a society where this bitch is gouging prices. Take this shit off me now. She gave up immediately.
I ain't got time for. I do not represent. This is not the Commonwealth. Right. This is not the Commonwealth, bitch. 57 pounds, bitch. You want me to pay 57 pounds for this?
Oh man. So this one is a picture from White Men Can't Jump, and it says Irish
because that's just how we'll be looking. That's the prime example. Because you know, Irish people always got that little grin on their shit. They always got that little.
What?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, because Irish niggas always feel like they've been persecuted, and then Irish niggas also feel like they can say nigga to each other.
Right.
Like, yeah, so they feel that 100%.
This one's funny too. Shit.
Right. This one says British Twitter, Americans are disrespecting the Queen. Irish Twitter, watch this.
Hit him with the usher.
Right. He did that at the concert.
They didn't give a fuck.
He did.
Yep, he did.
Yeah. I bet he did. Did he? Yeah. Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So this one says, don't be caught dead in last season's fashion. 70% off code. She gone. Look how for your cousin this weekend. 60% off code. Blood. And the question was, what's Fashion Nova about to text us? Yeah. I was waiting for that text too.
The person's name is not My Mama Biscuits. That's
Oh. This somebody said, how you gonna start the eulogy? My dear wife, sweet cousin. Oh, look at this. I think this is a real flyer. Free BYOB. And this is Texas exclusive Saturdays. Yeah.
They should do this every year like they do Martin Luther King.
Right.
If they could do Martin Luther like that, they could definitely do the Queen like that.
Hell yeah. So this one says, God told whichever angel took Betty White, they got 1 year to get the right old white lady, or he getting a different kind of fired.
To the pits.
Yeah, he getting the position downstairs, man.
Y'all got 1 year to make it right.
Turned around, hit him with that Ike Turner, that Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay, right.
He said, "You kill who?"
Right. So this one says, PSA: people are literally celebrating the fact that Queen Elizabeth II is dead. I find it highly disrespectful and disgusting that y'all are celebrating without me. I got a bottle of champagne and I'm on my way.
That sounded personal. That's somebody from over there. Damn.
So this one is Black Twitter to the UK right now, and it's a picture of Tupac going, first off, fuck the bitch in the click you can.
That's why I fucked your
Man.
bitch, that motherfucker. That is horrible.
Hey, that right there to this day will make a nigga shoot you.
What you mean? That's happening. What you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'll make nigga. If any nigga rolled up on me and said, "That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker," I'ma bust shots at this nigga.
I can't be there.
I'ma shoot the shit out this nigga, and I'ma look at Jasmine like, "Who the fuck is this bitch ass nigga right here?"
I'm going to start laughing because the balls on that guy are humongous.
They were. I popped them motherfuckers like a baby reveal. You got me fucked up.
I'm not, no disrespect, but just imagine some we all outside, somebody rolling by you and saying
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would lose
be
my
looking
shit.
at you out the window like Snoop was on Baby Boy. That's why I fucked him.
Yeah, like you sitting outside, you trying to peep out who this fucking car is. Nigga roll down the window looking out snub face, and you like, who the fuck is you? That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. And I drive off. I'm busting shots, nigga. I'm shooting the shit out there.
I'm cracking up. I'm gonna be on the ground. I can't help it. That was horrible. Princess Diana getting ready.
I'm shooting.
Getting ready.
Everybody get on the ground because I'm gonna shoot.
I'm gonna be on the ground from laughing. I'm gonna be like, you dodged all them bullets. I'm gonna be like, from rolling, girl, because that was horrible. Rolling on the floor.
It was. That was the hardest thing and the last thing that nigga ever said to me.
Yep.
Princess Diana getting ready to meet Queen Elizabeth II in the afterlife. And they got somebody with a brick in their hand about to throw it. And then up under it, they have Queen Elizabeth replying with fist emojis. And then Princess Diana replying to her, "Try me, ho." Okay, so yeah.
Oh my God.
She got some explaining to do.
Right. I'm at the t-shirt kiosk in the mall.
Y'all want me?
I'm sorry, I read it.
Y'all want me to get you one? So let's zoom in on the t-shirt, shall we? Okay, so they got her with some wings behind her in 1926 to 2022, gone but not forgotten. And then on the back it says Queen of Colonizers, Gang Territory.
Ooh.
And so that's the list of all the places, which the majority of them are African. So let's go through that.
Wait a minute. She was born in 1926. Lila, you was right. My great grandparents and her was the same age because they was a little older than her, but not by much.
Yeah, right. Because like my grandma was born in 1919, so she was.
I think my grandpa and them was She. Oh my.
All I'm saying is this is concocted. They say 1926. The bitch looked 42 right here. In black and white.
She right, so
they concocted that shit. Just like I'm gonna just keep it 100. I also believe, like everybody else is saying, like Beyonce is older than she says she is. They like, man, we can bring documents. This bitch was born in 1978. I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. So
I believe it. I believe that they lying. I believe that this bitch was 127.
All right. So this is the colonized countries.
Oh, Lord, man.
Cameroon, Eswatini, Gabon, Gambia, Ghana, Kenya, Lesotho, Malawi, Mauritius, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Rwanda, say Chile, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Tanzania, Togo, Uganda, Zambia, Belize, Canada, Guyana, Canada's on there twice, and Bangladesh, Brunei, Darussalam, India, Malaysia, Maldives, Pakistan, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Barbados, Dominica, Grenada, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucius, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Cyprus, Malta, United Kingdom, Australia, Fiji, Kiribati, Nauru, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tonga, Tuvalu, and Vanuatu.
I know the people in Fiji was celebrating their death. I did see that. The people in Fiji was celebrating their death. I seen that.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
I apologize for the ones that I mispronounced, but yeah.
Yes, I love, no disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one is some bullshit right here. Okay. So Jeff Bezos slams Nigerian born professor Aju Anna after she wished Queen Elizabeth an excruciating death. Billionaire Jeff Bezos wasn't too happy when he came across a tweet from Aju Anna, a college professor at Carnegie Mellon University. After the palace issued a statement about the Queen's medical status, Anna expressed her wish through a since-deleted tweet for the Queen to have an excruciating death. The Amazon founder quoted Anna's tweet and said, "This is someone supposedly working to make the world better? I don't think so." Bezos added, while Anna doubled back, tweeting directly at Bezos, "May everyone you and your merciless greed have harmed in the world remember you as fondly as I remember my colonizers." Boom. Jeff Bezos be having his nerves sometimes.
Yeah, he do.
It said, how all the people of color on my timeline look talking about RIP to the Queen. So sad.
That's my grandpa. Y'all leave him alone because he sure would have been. they would have been told back. I don't care what you say. Maybe they would have went to school together. I don't know, but
your grandpa would have been the dude that was like, "Who that nigga on the net?"
No, I won't say that. But I will say they would have been. I'm telling my great grandma would have been like, "Oh my God!" It wouldn't have been like a when Tupac died or nothing type deal, but she'd have been a little sad. I think it's just because they old, and older people like that was not. I hate to say this word because Fox News ruined it. But they weren't we as educated as we was, quote unquote, woke now. So they don't, you know what I mean? If we'd have told my grandma, well, they own all these countries over here and was torturing these people and that'd have been news to them. You know what I mean? So I think that's more so what it was, because to keep it 100, that's where Dr. Umar's side come in.
It would have also been news to them if they would have told your grandfather that she died at 92. They'd have been like, hell nah, that bitch was fucking 92 when I kicked the bucket.
Yeah, because he was 90 something, so I don't know how old she is. Joe Louis 175 years old. Shit, I don't know.
Right. So.
Are you gonna play the Irish Twitter the song they made up?
Oh yeah,
that bitch been old forever.
Yeah, because we Black Twitter and Irish Twitter went hard on the Queen, but Irish Twitter went Tupac hard on her ass.
Yeah, they did.
They did hit her with the hit 'em up. That's why I fucked that immediately. They went super hard on her. so hard. I had no choice but to laugh. I had to repeat it because of their little accents. But once I caught on, I was like, oh, no. They really couldn't stand this bitch. They all decided to go to that stadium at that game. One person said it, that shit spread it like wildfire.
Yeah.
The kingdom was so disrespectful to Ireland and the Irish people that they stopped giving them niggas food and they poisoned their only food supply. If nobody if nobody ever knew this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all some crazy nigga history that I know about the Irish. If you call the Irish dude a potato, he gonna beat the dog shit out of you because they had a famine. They had a famine where the fucking colonizer poisoned the only thing that they fucking grew, which was potatoes, and these niggas damn near starved for a year.
Damn.
They don't give a fuck about them. And I can't say I loved how they celebrated, but I get it and I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. When you do stuff like that, you can't expect everybody to feel the same way that you deem appropriate. Because that's
And
their
then
culture,
I seen some actual people that was not at the what's the name of that What's the name of that palace? Is it Birmingham? Wellington,
But,
whatever palace what is it?
Buckingham.
They wasn't there, but they was just, like kind of, I guess, in the area walking around, and a lot of them was like, I don't feel any certain type of way. A lot of them hate to bring this back up, but they talking about her son that they had to strip his titles and shit because he got caught messing with some kids. And they was like,
Yeah.
I mean, she took out tax dollars to pay for his lawyers. I'm like, damn. So she rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I think the only reason why it's kind of love for their family, not love, but I had a certain feeling for them when Princess Diana was alive. I did like her, and I did care for her kids.
A lot of people, a lot of Black people too, liked Princess Di because she was the more relatable one. You know what I'm saying? And she was a real philanthropist and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people did like her, and that's why she's on that list of white people that you just can't say nothing bad about. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So like when she died, it was like, damn. You know what I mean? But the rest of them motherfuckers, we can care less.
I mean,
especially whoever said about Archie. You know what I'm saying?
I think the daddy did that.
We like what's the one that lives in America now. We like him.
William.
No, yeah. William is
Harry.
Yeah.
And you know what they said? That was her favorite grandson, Harry. I said, that's strange. Cause I was looking at some facts about her and about certain things. You know how they'll be like, with a queen want you to throw rose petals at her feet and stuff. Well, she didn't like for beards. So if you notice, all the men don't have beards. The only one she let rock a beard was Harry. And they said that's because he was her favorite grandson, child for a long time. He was her favorite grandchild. Because she got other grandkids besides them too.
Right. I can see that. I can see that.
He wasn't her favorite. He was just a nigga that didn't listen to the bullshit. And so,
what'd you say, Lindsay?
She kind of, she liked the nigga because the nigga didn't go with, the norm. Like, he was always bucking the system. You gotta think this was a nigga that was like, I'm gonna join the army, but don't put me as a fucking prince where I get special attention. Like, put me in general pop. Like, I'm going to prison. Like, put me in there.
Right.
Like, this nigga know how to slug it out with the best of.
Right. And that's
for whatever reason.
He was his mama's breed.
Yeah.
What'd you
But
say,
that
Lindsay?
that meme with him running to back that ass up.
Yes, that's funny. That is
All right.
funny.
Because I mean, he ran for his life. All right.
I guess
So
it really
this
be
is,
like that. I'm a woman, so that song does nothing. Okay, so yeah, Lindsay was saying here's the video of the Irish people.
I don't know if y'all can understand through the accent, but they're saying Lizzie's in a box,
Lizzie's in a box.
Lindsay's in a box. That's fucked up.
Oh yes, and they won. They won.
I get
that
it.
slammed anything we could ever say.
Oh, yeah.
That was hard.
It's like, damn, they.
Well, that's the thing. We
child.
don't. If we and the people of Black Twitter, some of the people of Black Twitter, didn't live under the Queen's regime. We lived under America's fucked up rule, so we know how it is to always put weird ass white people in power. But
if you're not rushed, you should treat yourself to a spot.
The Irish was actually there. Like, they know what it is to be around these fucked up ass people, and we all say fuck the government, so why wouldn't they?
I mean, yeah, they did, but that I mean, a president that wasn't really like George H.W. Bush died, and I think if somebody was like Bush is in a box at the Chiefs Stadium, it'd be an issue. Like they made their own halftime intermission at whatever they was at.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just, we ain't there. They're a different breed over anything overseas is a different breed from us. You got to think, there's some spots overseas where, your punishment is getting your ass beat. So they're a different type of breed over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they want to say Lizzie's in a box, Lizzie's in a box, Lizzie's in a box, ain't nobody about to say nothing to them. Nobody about to check Ireland for that.
No, not at all. So this is supposed to be Princess Diana, Queen Elizabeth up in heaven.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, swung her by the hair like Danny Lee's brother. That's me laughing, y'all. I'm sorry. Girl,
that's all good.
And that if I'd have recorded that fight, I'd have been dodging death like that.
She been dodging death for the past 67 years. By the time she get up there, she already gonna have mature wings. She just gonna fly the fuck out of there.
Is that where she going?
Yeah.
Do we know where you're going to? Do we like the things that life is showing? Oh shit!
Somebody say something about that, and they was
if everybody believes in like Christian and Catholicism, she just has to say her penance, and she's going right up there.
What was you saying, Lindsay?
They were saying that they want everybody to just drop shit on the floor so that she can stay down there.
Damn.
I'm telling you, they went hard.
Oh yeah, they going hard on this woman. That's how I know she had to be, but I heard about the thing she was doing, like she went over and I think it was Tarzan, something, it was on that list, and she basically took about 10,000 of us melanated folks and put us in torture camps because they refused to basically acknowledge her. You know what I mean? So that was a real fact I got off of somebody's not they page, but it wasn't a made up thing. It's really she's done a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was born in, and then somebody say we can't really get mad into her because if you born into the shit, how would you know any different? And that is true. These people aren't like us. She's born to. I mean, if you was born to be groomed to be a queen, you see what Hakeem and them did. They had to come to America. They didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know, you can't. You know what I
But
mean?
that's the
But that's
thing.
when your moral human compass should kick in. But it didn't. So
Exactly. That's the thing, Bree. You gotta just what you said. Like, yeah, that she was born into it, but you know what I'm saying. Your natural human ability to realize some fucked up shit. You got to start seeing some shit on your own. You got to
Right.
take the blindfolds off.
Right. And then this is the killer part because there's people that were born into it that know, right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like we have
mhm.
Prince Harry. Prince Harry knows right from wrong. You have Princess Di was pretty much groomed to be Prince Charles's wife. So she wasn't necessarily born into it, but she was born into it adjacent, and she knew right from
Mhm.
wrong. Yeah, like I mean
Poor
that
Princess Diana.
you can justify it, but to a certain extent,
Oh
she
yeah,
probably
that's it's not justifiable
yeah
because, like you said, it like I just said, she should have. Once I would have got older, I'd have been like, "Oh, this is some bullshit." Whatever it is, they got to go over and look at. But she chose to keep it going. Just like all them crowns and them jewels, they got a carriage over there that's made of some, I think, 24 karat gold that they got from an African prince. That's still with the queen and all that. Like,
right.
a lot of them crowns are not hers. They stole them from Africa, especially the ones that's all like solid gold. Like, I
They
can't.
still
I don't
right.
know.
They still get pressed to this day about a lot of shit that was stolen from them African countries, and they are not giving that shit back. And that's
No,
just
she could have been and gave that shit back. Bitch, you didn't
she could
made
have done right.
trillions of dollars. But
She could have done right. She could have done right, and I think that's the problem because yes, stuff had been going on way before she got into her reign, but in the 70 years, you kept shit up, and you could
yeah.
have made shit right. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, then again, she probably had a whole bunch of advisors that was gaslighting her, telling her why things should not change.
I'm
You
sure
know,
she got gaslighted, but at the end of the day, she heard through the grapevine some of the shit that they was doing and she still didn't stop it. Like somebody could have been like
Exactly.
her little lady. They called it her lady that used to be with her. Her lady could have been like, bitch, oh, tell me why they said that y'all had a bunch of prisoners in Jamaica torturing them. She knew. She just,
Yeah, she knew all that shit. Not only
she
did she
knew.
know all that shit, she went through walkthroughs through these motherfuckers so they can just acknowledge her as the queen.
I know
yeah,
that's
Like
why
I
them
remember
people
that
got
growing up.
tortured
This
because
bitch
they
would do
didn't acknowledge
walkthroughs.
her as the queen. They didn't acknowledge her when she came. They did whatever they were supposed to do. They did not do it, and she was like, "All right, I got a cake baked for y'all," and tortured them for a
And
long
that's what
time.
I'm
She
saying
didn't
though.
kill them,
This is the
but
type of shit she was on. This is what I'm saying. That's the type of shit she was on. She was doing walkthroughs like this shit was just common. Like you supposed to just be like, "I'll hail the queen" everywhere she went. And when motherfuckers was like, "Man, fuck all that shit," you know, that's what she had a problem. That's how you know this bitch ain't learned nothing.
yeah.
I mean, I just hope God have
But
mercy on her soul. Uh,
the
I
smart
do feel.
thing for her was to try to figure out why people didn't like her. She didn't even go through that. She was just like, lock
Do
these
you
bitch
think?
ass niggas up.
If I was a queen, I wouldn't give a damn who did. I ain't a. Now, this is gonna sound like I'm taking up for her, but I'm not. But if I'm a queen, like for real, a queen, like off with his head, do you think I'm gonna give a fuck about who like me and who don't? I wouldn't give a damn, not one. So that part, I don't see her trying to do. I wouldn't give up. I'm a queen. Excuse me. I could make your whole family bow down to me if I wanted to, and y'all better do it. Like I wouldn't. that part, I don't see her trying to figure out who didn't like her because she can make people like her. She got that power. But at the same time, she was wrong. I do
Exactly.
feel
At the
sorry
same
for
time,
her.
and then you got to think everybody ain't like that. We see how Harry is now. I'm not saying Harry ain't utilizing his privilege to the fullest, but I'm saying Harry ain't like that. Harry was like, shit, I can't fuck with this type of shit. I can't fuck with the common people not fucking with me.
Yeah, and that's how
Because
his
you call
mama
yourself
was.
the Commonwealth.
That's how his mama
If you
was too,
call
though. That's
yourself
why.
the Commonwealth, how is the common people not fucking with you? That's the thing that bothers me. Everything I know about that whole royal family, I just never understood how you can say you for the people and shit on the people. That's always been weird as fuck to me. Like, and
Yeah,
I
when
didn't understand how
that
people
happened
held them in
everywhere.
high resolve.
That happened everywhere. But I do feel sorry for her grandkids because at the end of the day, they still was a grandmother.
Yeah.
Prince Harry, she probably wasn't shit, but I'm sure he cried.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because he spent the latter part of his life with her ass, at least till he got about 18 or so. You know what I mean? Like, he probably didn't think she was wrong until he got grown.
Yeah.
So,
And then probably was like, shit, ain't too much I can do about it.
right. He went against the grain as much as he could and married somebody mixed. And, that's just like the queen is like this. The old mean lady at the end of the block that'll spray her water hose at you and cuss you out, but it's your homeboy's grandma and she done died and shit. So you like, damn, your grandma was mean and shit. Like, it's like we gonna miss her. Like, she was mean with her old ass, but we sorry to hear that, dog. Like, it ain't.
Yeah. That's pretty much how we are about it. Like,
That's what it is. It's fucked up your grandma died, but man, fuck your grandma.
In a sense, because that bitch squirted me and I didn't do a damn thing. I walked past.
Exactly. That's just what it is.
I turned the block, get away from my yard, squirted me with a water hose. So I don't know. But
fuck your grandma, but man, that's fucked up. Your grandma died. But fuck your grandma, man.
Now you gotta fight your homeboy because you didn't say fuck your grandma.
It is what it is, man. That lady called the police on me way too many times, man.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's the queen. So next is the fucked up song of the evening, of the week, of the day. Whatever you want to call it this week.
It's a fucked up song, baby.
Just a fucked up song. So this comes to us from Usher. Watch this. It is Confessions Part 2. Yeah, and it
did part 1.
You want to do part 1?
Part 1 is hard.
Part 1 is
and
hard.
It's toxic as hell. Yeah, part 1 is hard.
Part 2 is worse than part 1. What you think, Lily?
Part 1 is hard because that's genuine. It ain't even no real. Part 2 got, watch this. Whereas part 1 is just, nigga, everything that I've been doing is out like that. Part 1 hard to me.
What you think, Lily?
Part 1 is hard. Shit. Damn. See, now I'm in a conundrum. Fuck it. See, we can start it off by doing 1, I guess.
Do 1 and then do 2 next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why 1 is hard because this is just straight piano. It ain't no. It's just like piano. Like, God dang, this bitch can call.
That was a real. That was the real feel.
Yeah.
That made it.
I remember them days. That's funny.
All right.
That's way back in the day.
Confessions Part 1.
Shout out to 8th Street, 8th and Early. Shout out to Kansas City, Kansas on my Hawthorne side. Confessions Part 1. Shout out to my little cousin Kimmy real quick on that. Yeah. Shout out to that. You had to be there.
All right. I guess it was a movie.
It was a
So
movie, man.
you gonna read it?
Yeah, I read it.
All right, I'll send it to you. Hold on. So yeah, Confessions Part 1 is comes to us from by Usher. Came on his 2004 album of the same title, and yeah. So I just saw him last weekend. He's amazing. He's amazing. He didn't
Oh my
sing part
God,
one.
he's
Part two.
amazing.
He did part 2, and he did do the watch this.
Did he do the that?
Yep, he sure did. The whole well, he didn't do that part. We all did that part for him. So like the whole theater. But yeah, did you get it?
I got it with his round head. Damn, how long is the song?
It got a lot of chorus in it.
Oh, okay.
But you don't have to do the whole everything.
Yeah, because when I do one chorus, I'm gonna just be like in chorus because it's a lot of chorus in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Confessions Part 1. Usher, Raymond. Intro. No, it's a bunch of oohing and ahhing. Ooh. I'm sure we all heard this song before. Chorus. Everything that I've been doing is all bad. I got a chick on the side with a crib and a ride. I've been telling you so many lies. Ain't nothing good. It's all bad. And I just want to confess it's been going on so long. Girl, I've been doing you so wrong. And I want you to know that everything that I've been doing is all bad. I got a chick on the side with a crib and a ride. I've been telling you so many lies. Ain't nothing good. It's all bad. And I just want to confess. I'm sorry. I had to sing that part. It's been going on so long.
Hey, I feel you.
Doing you so wrong. All right. Now, every time I was in LA, I was with my ex-girlfriend. Every time you called, I told you, baby, I'm working. No, I was out doing my dirt. Oh, wasn't thinking about you getting hurt. I was hand in the Beverly Center like, man, not giving a damn who sees me. So gone, so wrong, acting like I didn't have you sitting at home, thinking about me, being the good girl that you are. Sidebar, don't do this shit. Don't do it, ladies. You heard it. Acting like I didn't have you sitting at home thinking about me being the good girl that you are. That got you nowhere. Okay, next. I bet you probably believe I'm a good man. I mean that never would do the things I'm gonna tell you I've done. Brace yourself. It ain't good, but it would be any worse if you heard this from somebody else. Cyborg, he only told you because you was about to find out. Chorus. Everything that I've been doing is
sidebar. Hey, it wasn't that you was about to find out. It was that.
No, it would be even worse if you heard this from somebody else. That's the only reason why he said something.
At this point in time, I might as well go ahead and say this shit.
Right, because it's about to come out. You're gonna find out. Yeah, but
I'm gonna just say
it's on the news. It's on its way. It's on its way.
I'm pleading.
Let me get home and tell you. Yeah.
I'm pleading for the man's side.
If I could turn back the hands of time and start all over, I would. Instead of being all bad, baby, everything will be all good. I don't want to lose you, but I know what I'm telling you ain't going to make you want to stay. You probably just want to run away. I'm mad enough to punch me in my face. And I've been living like an idiot, and I deserve every bit of it. I know. Today is the day that I end out of line and the plan and the bullshit, girl. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. But I can no longer walk around with this stress on my chest. I confess. And then there's the chorus. And then Stevie break it down. Ooh, dear baby. Ooh, don't leave me. Ooh. Ooh. And then there's the chorus again. And then that's the end. That was a real toxic little thing Usher did that made him go 10 times. Didn't Confessions go 10 diamond?
I think so, but I know it went platinum in the first week.
Yeah, I think all together though it went diamond because 2004, all I heard was Confessions, Game Over, Little Flip, and something else. The Real Girls Get Down on the Floor Like a Pimp. Them was the songs that you heard. If you went to the loop, somebody was playing that.
And
yeah. Confessions got heavy, bro.
Yeah, and Fizz Dance. Yeah.
All right. So thought on Confessions Part 1. Who wants to go first?
I like the song. I enjoy it. Was it scandalous? Yes. Was he wrong? Yes. Yeah. And I think the thing in this, the only reason why I can't really say too much is because it ain't like the girl stage. She left his ass alone. So he confessed and now he had to let it burn.
Don't want that to happen, do we?
Yeah.
Gotta let it burn. See my chest?
You know, it's definitely a fucked up song of the week, or you know, of the day, or whatever. It's a fucked up song because you know it's a terrible situation in a relationship. Let's just put that out there. Nobody wants to do that, man or a woman. Nobody want to hear that shit.
Hear what shit?
Nobody want to hear. Yeah, confession. Like, don't nobody, man or woman, like niggas talk shit. Niggas don't want to hear they woman say, "Hey, check this out. You know, I love you. We got a good thing going on. I'm pregnant. You know, I before you congratulate, you ain't the baby daddy." Don't no nigga want to hear that in a relationship. So how you know what I'm saying? How you expect the woman to feel? Like, cause that nigga gonna punch so many holes in the walls all through the house. Like, if he don't punch the shit out of you. So like, you know, a woman, like, yeah, it's just fuck. Like, a nigga say, "Hey, shit, I'm about to have a baby." You gonna be like, "Nigga, I ain't pregnant." You like, "Nah, yeah, that's what it is. I was fucking this bitch. She about to be a mama." I'm just telling you because I love you, and I know I fucked up, but you know, I'm just saying you probably be a great stepmama. Don't nobody want to hear that bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
On part 2.
Yeah, that's the dog card shit a nigga could do or a woman could do. Like, you know, so yeah, that's a fucked up song.
Yeah.
It's
definitely a fucked up song, and I agree. Don't nobody want to hear that shit.
I didn't say nothing. I agree. I mean,
especially when you thinking everything is good, you're thinking they're legit just working, and he lived a double life.
Yeah, he did lie and say he be working, didn't he? But I mean,
he is working. He working that dick.
Oh,
but he ain't the type of employee.
Lily, I can't stand you, dude. You should see my face, bro. It was real frowned up. I didn't think he was gonna say that. I'm sorry, everyone. Go ahead, Lindsay.
Yeah. But no, he ain't the type of employee that you gonna see pay stubs from to be like, you said you was working 10 hours of overtime. Where's the 10 hours at, Tyrone? Like, yeah. So he could really get that off.
Yeah, he been working overtime in that pussy. He said, "Yeah, I've been telling you all the time. I've been working." Yeah, he been working like a motherfucker. He didn't work so much. He left the time card in that bitch.
Damn it, man.
I really can't stand it, man. Make a nigga want to go get his cannon.
I'm
Dude,
just
I
saying.
cannot stand you,
This is
dude.
what happened.
Uh,
This is what happened. Be
mm.
mindful, young man out here. Be mindful. You know, I don't condone cheating by far. I feel like if you feel like you need to seek other pussy, then you need to let her know that shit so it won't be no discrepancies about anything that
So
happens.
we never did. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have been absent of everything. Not to cut you out, but okay, Carisha, please, with Kevin Gates. He said that he will let his significant other know, hey, we're not gonna be able to do the hokey pokey right now because I went and messed with somebody else. You're gonna have to give me a minute so I can make sure her fluids don't interact with your fluids. I don't think, and I cannot see nobody doing this because if my dude tells me that, I'll be like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And when he leave, I'm gonna be gone. Like I'm not coming back. The fact I appreciate you telling me that shit, but I'm not gonna wait
Ain't
on
no,
you to make
ain't
sure you ain't
nobody,
got nothing. Like,
ain't nobody about to be.
I fuck with Kevin Gates, but nobody should believe that bullshit.
Yeah, ain't nobody.
When you when you tell a motherfucker you fucking somebody else, that's not your girl. That's the bitch you
yeah, but
fucking and you fucking somebody
that'll
else.
stop y'all from messing around too. Because if you told the girl you not messing with nobody, and then all of a sudden you like, hey, I'm messing with somebody else. Be like, okay, well, it was a pleasure doing business with you, pleasure doing business with you too. You know what I mean? That's when y'all part ways.
Yeah, exactly. But this is what I'm saying. That's why I said to my young man, because um that generation under us,
But
man, they
niggas
be
don't
going
do
for
that,
that shit.
Lily. They don't do that. They're not gonna tell you.
Kevin Gates ain't about to do that shit either. Like
I
that.
know. That's why I brought it up.
I
They're not
understand.
gonna tell you. You can have a straight sexuation shit and can really legit know this dude is messing with somebody else, and they not gonna say nothing.
They're not. They're not.
You could have video proof of that shit, and they'll be like, no. So it's
You can have
weird.
a strictly sexual relationship, and if you have the mere thought of mentioning somebody else, they gonna straight up tell you that ain't none of your business.
Mm.
Straight up, they're not gonna have
See
that
that's
conversation.
They either gonna
see
tell
that's
you
the
that's
thing.
none of
This
your
is why I
business, which
really
is gonna let you believe it they are, which is gonna end it, or they gonna straight up tell you which is gonna end it. Either way it's go, it's done. Unless you meet messing with a married woman. You messing with a married woman and you dip off and mess with somebody else, she ain't gonna be she married.
see this is the thing to see. This is what I don't understand. You know, because y'all 100% correct, but this is what I don't understand. You know, and like I addressed it for the young for my young bulls out here. I don't be understanding how um they go through these phases of having these quote unquote besties and these sisters and these brothers that they be fucking with and they be fucking each other and y'all don't be honest about the shit. The shit is weird to me. It baffles me because like like real shit like I ain't never had a bunch of girlfriends. I ain't never did that. Lindsay can attest to that from what she knows about me. I ain't never had a bunch of girlfriends. I didn't fuck some bitches, but I ain't never had a bunch of girlfriends because I don't be that kind with motherfucker. Like I'm not gonna fuck with you. Like I'm gonna let you know that I don't fuck with you like that. Now, if you decide to fuck with me on that level, you will. It's crazy. I was getting the shit popping when the shit wasn't popping. Nowadays, the shit is popping. Why don't you just be 100?
What you mean the shit wasn't popping when it was popping? What you talking about?
When I was younger doing this shit, niggas wasn't doing that shit. Motherfuckers was, like you said, lying to these bitches. Now you ain't
No,
even got to lie to these bitches.
you know what, Lily? And you are man enough to do it. But I wouldn't necessarily per se want you to switch bodies with me, but I would want you to switch bodies with a woman. That way you get to see how it really is. You know, and I know niggas be lying, but you really, even the people that's telling you, oh yeah, she know this is what it is. She know I ain't you if you could just hear be a fly on that wall, it do not go. It might have went that way with you, But I can't say I wasn't there. But I know for a fact, even people that I was kin to or kin to thought they had the situation like that. It was a whole nother thing behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't go how like, oh yeah, she know about old girl, she know about this, she know we ain't like that with each other. The very minute I'm messing with somebody else comes out of their mouth, it either ain't gonna come out or if it does, it's a wrap. Dudes do not be keeping that shit all the way 100. If they do, they done did it to the girl for 3 months straight. Yeah, you telling me now you've been fucking her for 3 months. You know what I mean? Of course, now it's probably making it look like, yeah, I messed with old girl, no girl, no, nigga, you told me 3 months later. I didn't know that till 3 months later, or whatever many months or days or whatever. It don't manly. Ooh, I would like you could see like like one of your
I know,
homeboys or something
I
to
know
be
you
like,
telling the
oh,
truth.
it don't be going the way dudes. I don't know. It's weird.
I know you telling the truth. That's why I was sitting up stuttering like that little white boy in that meme. I know you telling the truth. But the thing about it is, it's so accessible now. Everything is so like transparent, I guess.
Yeah,
That it shouldn't even be no reason for lying. Like
you would think
it's crazy. Like I be respecting Blueface sometimes because like the nigga don't lie to this bitch.
No, he don't. He doesn't. But their tax bracket is a different caliber to where she feel like this man put her on. She got her loyalty to him for her because he's putting money in her pocketbook, whether he's taking it back or not. He's putting money in her pocketbook. That shit is gonna rock with certain bitches. I wouldn't be a woman that would accept that, but it's certain females that do accept that. But when it's a different tax bracket involved, it's different. It's different when somebody could tell you, I don't fuck with you, but you outside, you got a dang on red Lamborghini truck. I'm messing with you. Look, I'm fucking Keisha, Misha, and Joy. And now here's your brand new car. I also paid your last payment on your house. That's a whole different. Well, shit. Well, let me think about this.
But that's when you got to know when to fuck with motherfuckers in your tax bracket. When I was out here, not wanting to
bracket. The people in tax brackets, I ain't in no low one or none of that. But the people that's basically around here ain't getting that off.
It
that's
pertains.
Not happening. The people that's around ain't getting that off. They not. It's not happening. No.
Again, it pertains because I'm telling you, shit. If I had a hot, fresh water bill for a bitch, she could know I'm fucking with another bitch. She didn't give a fuck.
What? The lowest bill in America? That's the lowest bill.
All I'm saying, I said your tax bracket. That's what I'm saying. Niggas gotta understand who to fuck with. If you gonna be on that level of fuckery, where you gonna like I'm not tied to no bitch. I'm gonna fuck whatever bitch. Know what I'm saying that I want. You gotta know your tax caliber. You gotta know what your tax bracket is.
But see, like Lindsay said, it's not that it's gonna be harder for her to stop messing with you. If you are paying the hot fresh water bill and you telling her I'm fucking Keisha, Misha, and Joy, she like, well, that's $45 I get to keep in my pocket. I don't know. That's the cheapest bill. That one kind of is dumb. Cable costs more than water.
And that shit real, but it's real though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's real.
Like, all right, so that is Confessions Part 1 by Usher. All right, so Bree, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I just want everybody to pray throughout the week. It's hard out here. It's getting rough every day.
Man.
Yeah, that it is. Yeah. Still, Tiffany and Aries can go to hell.
I forgot all about them. They Lindsay and Lily, that's over with. Their careers are done.
Yeah.
That's over.
They can go to hell.
We ain't gotta talk about them no more.
Nope. They can
She
go
ready. She dead.
She's ready
She's in a box. She's in a box.
in a box. In a
She's
box.
stuck. Yeah, she's stuck. Yeah, she in
We
a
blew
box.
it. And this was the blew it episode of the Ish We Talk because all these people blew it. Everybody we mentioned.
Yeah. So Lily, what's Jerry's
Was
final
the blue episode? Shoot. I mean, y'all pretty much hit it in a nutshell for me. You know, Bree said, "Stay prayed up." I believe in everybody's religious views. So you know, I ain't gonna say stay prayed up, but I'm gonna say meditate and try to get close to the to your version of the Most High as possible. We are in trying times, people, where you know our stars and our mediocre people or being shown to be monsters out here. At one point, we got to start being vigilant for ourselves and our loved ones. So, yeah, stay prayed up. Meditate like you're supposed to. Try to get close to the Most High because it's dangerous out here. And because you know it's dangerous out here, start understanding to protect yourself better. And as always, be kind to yourself and others.
Yeah. So this is episode 58 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys next time on episode 59. Bye.
Exactly.